It's not often we get to bring Chris out to view a car.
No, but it is very, very local.
It's very local, and it's not often we view a car. We normally buy it over the pictures, but there it is there.
That's right.
Let's get straight out and have a look at it. So, someone actually messaged me on Instagram and said that this is their friend's car. It's been sat here for quite some time. It's got a towing high in it.
It's probably broken down.
Broken down, and he's lost the keys for it. He wants a bid for it. He'll take silly money for it. So I said to Chris, it's only round the corner. Let's actually go round there and have a look at it. You can see they've got GSF over there. We use them sometimes.
So it's had a donk, hasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of damage around it, mate. Yeah,
bit there. Yeah, it's been sat a tidy while, I should think, looking at them brakes, Rob.
Yeah, it's not very clean and tidy, is it? But
mirrors
smashed. Yeah, quite a nice model though. S-Line DSG. Can't see anything in the back. They are literally limo black. Yeah, you can't see anything. Mate, would we want it?
It's all down to price, isn't it?
I guess.
I mean, we could do with knowing a bit more about it, couldn't we? And what the mileage is and why is it broken down? What's occurred really? Yeah.
I think.
I mean, it's still got a value, hasn't it?
Yeah, still got quite a nice value.
2016.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll run a quick car vertical on it. They got valuations in there. We'll see what the most recent one is for sale, the highest price, lowest price, average.
And just see if you can get some more information.
Yeah,
on
let's
it, really.
do that. But apparently it's got no keys.
Maybe we'll ask Aidan how much a key's going to be, because he could come here and do it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it has been sat here a while, hasn't it?
Because it might be easier to get him to come here and do it.
Yeah. Let's find out a little bit more about it. Oh, well, that don't look good, does it?
That's a bit naughty.
Theft. Vehicle may be stolen. Currently wanted as stolen. Record found 24th of the 11th, 2023. That rings about right, how long that's been sat there, apparently. Oh, someone's trying to sell us a stolen car.
That's a bit dodgy, mate, isn't it?
Audi A6 diesel 2016. Odometer. Financial and legal's good. Damage, that's all good. Ownerships, 5 owners found. What else does it say on this check? Beware, vehicle may be stolen. Currently wanted as stolen. Stolen in the past. United Kingdom. Last known mileage, 106,000. Average mileage, 80. Let's have a look at that mileage graph. Just so that I want to know. Oh, look. 11/20/23. That was the last mileage input when it was stolen.
Right.
There's something not right with this car. Why is it sat there broken down like this? Clearly broken down with that towing eye in it. And it's stolen. Let's have a look at the MOT history. Yeah, past 11/20/23.
That's mad, isn't it?
There's something untoward. Like, obviously it's stolen.
Well,
but there's something a bit iffy there.
It's a bit suspicious when he says he's lost the key.
So it's had an MOT in November 2023, and it's been reported stolen in November 2023. Is that a coincidence? I know one thing, that is exactly why we check all of our cars out using Car Vertical.
100%.
Guys, to benefit from a nice little discount off your check, use that code that's been displayed up on screen throughout this check, or hit the link in the description where it will divert you to Car Vertical and automatically include your discount. Mate, that is... I can't believe someone's tried to do that to us. Or did they know? Let's get in contact with him. It's funny because it's not often that happens, is it?
No.
And I've just messaged the chap and said, your friend's car, did you actually know it was stolen? And he replied saying, well, it's not actually my friend, it's a friend of a friend, and now I've been blocked. So it's all a bit suspicious, isn't it? And the security have just pulled up and said to me and Chris, has that car anything to do with you? What did he say? It's been there over a year.
Yeah, he reckons it's been there over a year.
It's been there over a year, and it's actually, you can see it's been reported stolen a long time ago. Has that car been hiding in plain sight?
Strange, isn't it? But anyway, security's going to deal with it.
They're going to deal with it now. I guess if the car was facing that way or that way, then ANPR cameras would pick it up, but That is a stolen car, and that is exactly why we run a car vertical check.
Exactly.
Before we part with a penny on a car, because we could have ended up in...
I'll be honest, I think the security was hoping we was going to take it.
He was hoping we was going to take it. He said they've been waiting for someone to come for it. But
anyway, they're going to go and report it.
Yeah, why has it got a towing? There's all sorts of questions. Put it in the comments down below. What is the story with that car?
I guess it's private property here, isn't it?
Yeah, but Chris, someone's reported that stolen, but that car's clearly broken down, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's had a thump up the back, hasn't it? So...
That could have been a police chase. They could have stopped here, got out of it and run. You just don't know.
I don't know. It's very odd, isn't it? But that's a bit iffy, trying to get us to buy it.
Yeah, well, whoever it was offering it to us, and I mean, we will always do our checks and due diligence. We are not getting stung.
No, that's right.
Right, anyway, the security here, he just said that he's going to deal with it now, and obviously he's going to go back to his boss and they'll probably get it lifted now.
The moral of the story is, Rob, don't bring me next time.
No, you're bad luck. No, you're not. Right, let's get back to base. It doesn't rain, does it? It pours. Typical. Another little red Fiesta arrives at the workshop. We use Nick to go and pick this one up. He's quite local to us. We do use him quite a bit, and of course Ricky as well. But if you do need any local work or even further afield, Nick's telephone number is on the door of the truck there. You can pause it and grab that. He's a real nice guy, very reasonable. So gets that car unloaded. It is a non-runner. I mean, we don't know nothing about it at this point, so let's let Nick out and take a look. That video took a bit of a different turn.
Just shows you, doesn't it?
The security guards took my number, and by the end of this video we're going to know more about that car.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to know exactly the outcome of it.
Yeah.
Because it clearly states it's stolen. He's going off to talk to whoever he's going to talk to.
Yeah.
But you see, on the lorry, we got another one arrived.
We have.
It was... Do I get straight into it, Chris?
One owner car,
It is a
They've
one
had
owner
it from
car.
brand new.
It is a Zetec S. It's a a Zetec ST line rather.
ST line.
I will get it out there.
Eco.
It is an Eco Boom.
Boom.
This is an Eco Boom, and I bought it basically from a guy. It was his in-laws' car or his parents. I can't remember which.
Yeah.
And he said, "Rob, it's wet belt failure."
Yeah.
So it's done a few miles, and the wet belts break up on these. We're going to get more into it, but it's got a few little bits around it as well. It's not like a mega tidy car, but it's been used, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But for the money, we said from the outcome, I told you how much it was going to be.
Yep.
It was cheap. We had to buy it.
Yep.
They're quite nice little cars, and even if it did turn out to be, dare I say it, a parts car.
Yeah.
So we could potentially buy one from the auction and know that we've got every part for it.
That's right. Yeah.
Because they're so popular now.
Yeah. Yeah. And it comes front end stuff on one of these comes to a few quid when you start buying everything.
It does.
Rad pack, front panel, bumpers, lights.
You couldn't pick a worse colour to paint another colour, but it's a shame. Shame it weren't slightly newer, because that front end would have gone straight on
perfect,
our red one, wouldn't
perfect,
it? But, yeah, 17 plate, so the last of them as well. Like I said, ST line, got the nice wheels on it. All the tyres on it look lovely. It's got a full airbag. I mean, I don't want to start pulling this car to pieces like it's a parts car already.
It could be repairable.
But it could be repairable. Do you want to fire it up? I mean, it can't get any worse, can it? Let's bring the mic a little bit closer.
I don't think it sounds that bad, and the oil light goes out, so it could potentially have been caught early, this one.
Well, don't run it for too long then. If it has, yeah, perfect. Actually, do you know what? That's not that bad.
But it's got the telltale.
Go on.
The foot pedal is rock hard.
Ah, so it's filled up the...
yeah, it clogs up the vacuum.
The vacuum,
pump,
yeah.
It? So they've got a little vacuum pump on these, haven't they?
Yeah.
It was someone that told us that, wasn't it? That it's a telltale on these, and ever since they told us that, we've noticed it a few times, haven't we?
We have. I'm going to spare everyone the car vertical. This one is all clear.
Yes.
Obviously, unlike the previous one. Now, before we... It's no secret. Me and Chris, we're not filmmakers, and half the time I walk out and start talking. He's like, right, okay, and he just plays along with it, rolls with it, because we don't plan anything.
No.
But before we just walked out here, Chris did say, on this one, I really do want to investigate it a little bit. You actually want to pull the sump off this, and if anything, a bit more of what actually goes wrong with them. You can show it, can't you? So
yeah, and
that is what you said, isn't it? Sorry.
It is, but it's also based on someone you know who does a lot of these and has had a lot of success in saving them.
Yes.
So we're thinking, well, should we see if we can save this one?
Definitely, mate. The ramp's empty.
That's right. That's right.
Should we throw it on there, whip the sump off, and have a look?
I think we should, because I don't think that sounds that bad. Do you?
No.
You know, it might be savable. Who knows?
Who does know? So just to elaborate on what Chris was saying there, on the Berlingos, you know yourself, like when I bought mine, the cam belt seized up on that, the water pump seized, it done its teeth, and it broke the rockers, spun the cam lobes, and you can rebuild those engines with a new cam belt, water pump, rockers, followers. And on these little Fiestas, I've recently spoke to a mate of mine, he said if you catch them early enough, you can get away with cleaning everything out, cleaning out the vacuum pump, and actually fitting a new wet belt, and they're savable. So I guess in this video, we're going to find out, can that be done?
Yeah.
Bring her in, let's give it a go. So into the workshop we go, and we actually did get cracking on this one, just to get quite a bit of it done before we showed you guys. So up in the air and started undoing the exhaust, because of course you've got the turbo on the front of the engine, you've got the cat, and it completely comes round and covers all of the sump. It's actually got 2 bolts in the bottom of the exhaust that bolt to the sump. Then you've got all the ones around the turbo, and then you've got 2 at the back that bolt to the middle section. So we're kind of concentrating on getting all of that out of the way so that we can show you and have a bit more of an in-depth look rather than trying to look around things. Right, Chris, so before we show the car, probably worth mentioning, just last knockings there when we was draining the oil, I shouted quickly grab a paint filter, and it is quite apparent in that paint filter that there is various bits of debris. Very small, but of course that's
to be expected.
The oil pickup has got a gauze on the bottom.
That's right.
And it's gonna have picked up quite a lot of it. So we went to undo the bolts
For the
from the downpipe, and I got one undone, and then that just snapped from the flexi. So the flexi's toast, and then Chris actually cracked. He said before we even show a cutting, let's get as much of that cat out of the way as we can. But we've now got to remove the aircon pump, so the cat will probably slide out of the way. But if it doesn't, we probably could work around it.
Yeah, because it's just to allow that sump to come off, and there probably is enough room there, Rob.
Yeah, but the aircon pump's got to come out anyway.
Yes, although we probably will leave that on the car.
Oh yeah, but I mean it'll move, won't it?
Yeah, so and then it's all straightforward then, isn't it?
Yeah, I've already made a start on those actually, Chris. They're half wound out.
Right,
so
okay.
Yeah, we did notice as well when we lifted it up that the oil filter has been leaking, and it's obviously all running down the sump. But the other thing we did, and I did nip it up by hand, didn't I?
Yeah.
But the other thing, it did have plenty of oil in it.
Lots of oil in it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
I guess it's going to be, we'll continue on
Yep.
until this heat gets the better of us.
Well, I think we've set our goal, haven't we, to get that sump all removed before we call it a day today.
Exactly, mate.
And then, you know, I think it's a nice point to end.
It is.
So we'll do that. All right,
let's do it, mate. Let's continue on. So with that off, it is just nuts and bolts really, and they are quite straightforward because we've done quite a few before. Pretty much on these little Fiestas, it's 10 mils and 8 mils. So I've got my ratchet spanners out. Chris has got his sockets out. I've pulled the aircon pump out the way so that we can get the cat down and around past it, because it is quite tight in there. You don't need to disconnect any of the aircon pipes, which is great, because then you don't need to have any of the gas removed. Otherwise it's another trip somewhere to get the gas reclaimed out of it, but we're there with it. Oh, I just missed that, Chris.
What's that, mate?
That's swearing. Do you want to do it again?
Yeah. No.
Right, sump. Oh, and it was actually easy, wasn't it?
Yes.
Once we got it down. Should we show inside that first?
You can do, yeah.
It is full of swolf. Like, not swolf, but it's like quite thick in the bottom there. And that is obviously all belt, because I've taken my gloves off now, but if you just run your finger through it, you can see it is...
I think it shows better in the oil pickup, Rob.
Right, so
I
don't want it to drip.
No, but if
on
you
the
have a look
camera.
in there,
Yeah, let me just zoom in.
You can see and you can feel it all
Yeah, I can
See
see
it?
that.
See
yeah.
little bits of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look. Before we take that oil pump off,
Yeah.
do you want to grab that camera? I'll get a cup, some brake clean. I'll spray it. See if
Oh, I'll do it. I've got gloves on, yeah.
Just see if any of it falls into the cup. But you're right, Chris. I didn't mention it just then. I think Chris was going to. The actual wet belt, the oil belt itself, actually looks fine. But clearly it is breaking up.
Yeah, that's right.
But
I don't know if that's going to...
no, it's probably not, is it? It wants coming off, doesn't it?
Yeah. We're not going to see.
Yeah, it's a bit too messy, isn't it? That definitely...
There is, you can see very small particles. I don't know if that's going to show.
Yeah.
But obviously they're small, but they're
Significant.
significant enough to block the pickup.
For sure, yeah. Well, should we have that oil pump off then? And
We'll have the oil pump off and we'll have the baffle off. And I'm going to pop big end cap
yeah, see if there's any damage.
yeah.
You'll have a wobble while you're there of all of them, won't you? See if there's any
Well,
movement in any of them.
it wasn't always, if you can wobble them there, they knock like a good one.
Yeah.
So I don't think there'd be, but you'll see score marks if
Yeah.
or heat marks if it's run off.
You're saying if they're wobbling, it sounds like there's a little man in there with an hammer.
Yes, exactly what it sounds like, Rob.
I guess let's whip it off then, mate.
All right, mate.
So Chris is just removing the oil pump, and that's literally held in with a couple of 8mm, and then in a minute we can take a look at that. You can see me down here now. I'm actually spraying it out and looking at the gauze in the bottom of it, seeing what sort of debris we got in there. But I'm going to be honest, before we even take a look at it, it's not looking very good, and it's definitely the cause of our issue here. So with the oil pump, great success. I used a whole can of brake cleaner. I used a little pick, and that is what I have pulled out the bottom of the oil pickup. So that is exactly why this car has failed, because of that. But if you now look in that strainer in the bottom, I've cleaned it out. It is like new, and that oil pump would be fine. It's done its job, hasn't it? And the pickup has as well. So Chris, over to you, buddy.
Well, I've took that baffle off.
Yeah.
And we can get to the big ends in. Now, number one, I've removed that. Do you want to show it? It's on the bench.
Yes, definitely.
Little bit of, you can see there is some wear to it, but at the end of the day, it's a 120,000 mile car, isn't it? It's entitled to show a bit of signs of wear. The journal on the crank.
Let me just show this the best I can, Chris. Sorry, mate. Yeah, there is, yeah.
I've cleaned that off. Have a look at the journal on that crank. Look, that's very good, isn't it?
Just going to come round there, bud.
Yeah?
Let me zoom in a little bit more. Just want to show as much of it. Yeah, very,
Right.
very, very minimal,
Yeah,
tiny
so,
little lines on
look,
there.
and then we go on, that's number one. So we go on number three. She's lovely, right?
Yeah.
Exactly the same as number one. But
Rod knock.
that's big end as toast, isn't it?
You're going to whip that off and we compare it
Yeah.
to that one, I think. Yeah, that's a shame, because when they're that loud normally, that is...
Oh, yeah,
that just fell down then, didn't it?
that's shame, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
Let's get that off.
and is that where that's been starved of oil, do you think, Chris?
Oh, it's
due
exactly
to
what's
the oil
happened.
pump.
It's exactly what's happened. It's
Left
the
it on
shell,
there.
it's stuck to the
Yeah.
journal. So that's been hot,
Yeah, that has been hot. Yeah.
because that is welded to the journal.
Yeah.
And then has spun in the cap. Obviously, when you run the engine, that rotates in there, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So that's when people say it's spun.
Spun the bearing, yeah.
Spun the bearing.
Chris, because
And that-
we're here now,
You'll get that off of there.
yeah, I'm going to
probably.
ask you to knock it off
Yeah,
if possible.
we might have to turn it slightly, bring that down a bit, so or push the rod up, depending on how. Oh, there it goes. Look.
Yeah.
And look where it is. It's spun to there, Rob. So I've just took that
Can I
cap
have
off.
that torch, buddy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've just took that cap off, as you saw, which was sitting there.
Yeah.
Right. And look where the joint in the bearing is.
Yeah, that spun it right
So
round.
it's spun. There you go.
He's got it off.
There you go.
Oh dear.
So
That's got the spacing plate in it as well. What's it called?
No, not they wouldn't be on a big engine.
No, that's where
that's on a main. You have a thrust. You have a built-on thrust washer on some, especially the Vauxhalls. No, that's spewed that out of there.
Where it spun it,
yeah.
it's mullered it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, knackered. And what's the crank like, mate? Ruined.
Well, it would have got hot to pick up, and once it's picked up, like effectively stuck it to it, and then it's no longer wearing it because the bearing ceases to turn on it, and all the wear occurs in the cap and the comrod. So, that's knackered. So you just compare the two. But look how hot that's been. I don't know if you come back out. I'll hold the light. See the discoloration on the crank
between the two.
You see this one here, and see how hot that's been.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's almost blue.
Yeah, and that's what happens. So, yeah,
mate, I think this one has met its fate.
Well, we had to.
It is game over
because it could have been savable.
Definitely. But like you just said, 22,000 miles on this one. Oh, sorry, 122,000 miles.
Yeah.
Would you want to put a new engine in it? No. I think the car.
No.
We're all about recycling, 100%. We'll recycle all day long.
Yeah.
And if this could have been saved, we'd have definitely been saving it. But to go and buy an EcoBoost engine, you're looking at about £1,000, and putting it into this car, I think it's just not worth it. So we will hopefully repair 2 to 3 cars with this one. Well, that's right.
We've got everything for the front, haven't we?
Yeah.
Complete everything.
Airbag kit.
Everything.
Yeah. Everything for the back.
Yeah. Yeah. And in an ideal world, we'd find a red one to repair.
Cool, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
We might have to might wait 3 months for one to come up at Sandwich Co-Part.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Doesn't matter, does it? If it comes up, we go from there. I think we'd probably throw the sump back on.
To stop it leaking oil everywhere.
We don't need to put any of that back in it.
No, not at all.
Well,
if anything...
Unfortunately, we've got to push it out now.
We have. If anything, I think this video's definitely been educational. Always do your checks. Do not get caught out buying a stolen car. And sometimes they're just too far gone to continue on with. Yeah.
But you've got to take the chance, haven't we? How many times have we got lucky?
Yeah.
And that's the name of the game.
And we show it all the time.
Yeah, you could probably say how much you paid for this car now.
Was it free?
400 quid.
400, yeah.
And then we got Nick to pick it up for us, didn't we?
Which wasn't a lot of money, but I mean, if we wanted to go and buy a front bumper and a pair of headlights for this today, there's your money.
Oh,
it's done, isn't
that's
it?
right, that's right. We've got a scrap cap there, haven't we, to put in the bin.
Yeah,
so,
there is that nice set of Valley wheels. You can see they've all got nice tyres. Anyway, we're not breaking this car. Do not message me asking to buy something off it. That's not what we're going to do. Definitely not going to destroy the yard until taking it apart, until we found one to replace it with. So that is going to be the end of today's video. If you did enjoy it, as usual, we would really appreciate that thumbs up. It shows your appreciation. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's completely free of charge. And if you want to follow us on our other socials, in Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, it's Salvage Rebuilds. And of course, when we do finish our cars and we sell them, we always list them on our Instagram page. If you've got a car for sale, or there's a car that you think we might be interested in, crashed from a family member or damaged, you can reach out sales@gmail.com.
Especially a red Fiesta.
Especially a red Fiesta. We'll look forward to seeing you all very, very soon in the next one. No joke.
No joke, Rob.